Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 mod presentation video. In this video I'll show you again my upcoming production pack, the huge farm production pack, and it's still in beta, not yet finished, and when it will be finished I will bring it to ModHub. Will be available for consoles as well. So now I'll show you what I changed. Let's start here maybe. First there is this house. This is another compact but powerful farm production place. So in this production pack the idea is that you don't have factories that you place on your farm, but that you have a production building where you can produce stuff from your homestead somehow to bring it to farmer's market or to your own little farmer shop or so. So you produce your own products from the things you grow on your farm or get from your animals. And so no factory, but a variety of possible productions. And there are productions that are like the usual FS22 productions, like you produce flour and you produce oil and things like that, and there are even new products, and I managed to make new products without scripts, and therefore I hope it will work for console. And this building is a new one. It has the same abilities as this building, and there will be 3 other buildings, so one in this color but more square, and the square one in a look that resembles more Switzerland or Alpine buildings, and this building with white plaster that it resembles more Middle Europe style, like German building style. And so in this look, so this kind of plaster, and this small one will be available in this look and with natural stones. And later I will show you what this what capabilities this small production building will have. Okay, so now here we have the variety of the new products that can be produced in both of these buildings and in the others as well. So the big production buildings, they don't differ in ability but only in look and style. And when they are finished they will be decorated. What they are not now, obviously. Sorry for my bad English. So here we have what we already had in the first beta version, the French fries and the spaghetti. I changed the spaghetti box a little bit. And here we have tomato sauce and premium potatoes. So they are washed and sorted, and therefore you get more money for these potatoes. And I'll show you the recipes in a minute. And this building here can produce all those as well, but I needed the place for those products, so they have the same abilities. And here you see the oat milk or oat drink and strawberry ice cream, popcorn and soy drink, and again strawberry ice cream and oatmeal and mixed salad. So this is a convenience salad like you can buy in supermarkets. I think in America it should be possible to buy those convenient salads that are in plastic boxes as well. I only know them from Europe. And there is oatmeal, and those are the products. And now I show you the products in the menu. And my what I wanted to do was recipes that are as simple as possible. So there are no complicated recipes. Maybe in a later version or in a later mod I will do more complicated recipes as well, for those of you who like to make it a little bit more difficult. But here we have the simple recipes. So if you have potatoes and want to have a product with potatoes, you can just produce French fries. And I think I should switch it to English. One moment. So here we have everything in English, and already with the French fries you see a problem that I have with this mod or with FS22, because you can't make translations for production chains. And this is a bug in FS22. It's a known bug, and I can make translations for the products, but not here. You can see, let's see. Here we have the French fries, but here I can put French fries. Or I could put French fries, but then in the German version it would be French fries too, but the German people don't know what French fries is, and we call it pommes frites. And therefore I decided to call this production chain like the most important product you need for the recipe. So here in this case, potatoes. With the premium potatoes it was simpler, because premium is a word that can be used in German and in English, and that's enough for the mod-hub to be accepted, and therefore I could use it. For the Japanese it will look a little bit strange, because then it's still premium, but then the Japanese word for potatoes. Yeah, here you need an additional thing. You need water as well to wash the potatoes, and you get two things. You get this premium potatoes. They are a little bit less than the produce you put inside, and you get pig food, because that is the rest what is not good enough to be premium potatoes. You have the rest for pig foods. And here you have the spaghetti recipe. This is it looks very simple, but it's a secondary product or a third stage product somehow, because you need flour. So first you get your wheat, and then you produce flour out of it, and then you can make the spaghetti. And I know usually it's made of, I don't know the English word. It is more grainy than flour, what you need to make real spaghetti. But I didn't want to add another fill type. I have those fill types that are new. It's 10 of them, and I think for the beginning this should be enough. Here we have tomato sauce. It's a simple recipe again. And here we have, I think you wouldn't call it tomatoes lettuce. Maybe you would rather call it mixed salad. But here we had the same problem. The English word differs from the German word, and therefore I chose the main stuff that you use to produce the product. And here we have oat drink. Maybe you call it oatmeal, oat milk, but oat milk is forbidden in Germany. Yeah, German law, and we call it drink, and I thought, okay, you can understand drink, and therefore I have oat drink. And here we have the strange phenomenon that you only need 1 part of oat and 10 parts of water to get 10 parts of oat drink. And that's the reality. For several recipes, I looked what quantities do you need to produce it in reality. And that's a recipe that is common to produce oat drink and to produce soy drink as well. So you only need relatively few oats to make it. And therefore, in the end, the price that you get will be lower than for the oat. We can see it here in the price. The oat is between 500 and 600, and the oat drink, it's in the end, it's between 200 and 300. Yeah, it's cheaper, but you don't lose any money. No, you gain a lot of money, you earn a lot of money, because you only have to add water and then you multiply your oat times 10 and you have a lot of oat drink. And so what I did for calculating is, first I use realistic recipes, and then I looked for the prices of the products you use to make them. So the medium price for oat that you can find in the defining files, so in the XML files, you can see what is the average price per liter. And I took this and I calculated it, and then when it is a simple recipe, I added 40% for your profit, and when it's more difficult recipe, I added 60% up to 100%. And that's how the prices comes together. And this price range, or this earning range from 40% to 100% is about the same that you earn when you produce in a base game FS22 production. So this is where I got the idea of this 40% up to 100%. And I decided to make, when it's more difficult, you get more money for the production, and when it's just very simple like this, you get less profit from it. Here we have oatmeal. Here we have the translation problem again. Here you can see only oat, but we have a different icon, and that shows this is oatmeal. And here you can find the oatmeal. And popcorn is a special case as well. Maybe you wonder why you get 5 popcorns from 1 corn. That is because the quantity is calculated in liter, in the so the volume and not the weight is the factor that is calculated. And so when you make popcorn, the volume gets bigger. And in fact, it gets much bigger than 5 times. It gets 40 to 50 times bigger. So when you put one small handful of popcorn maize corns in your microwave or in a pot or so and make popcorn out of it, you get 40 or 50 handfuls of popcorn. But I thought, oh, this isn't possible in FS22. Then the pellets would pop out of the building like nothing, and it would be very difficult to handle them because you would have much too much pellets of popcorn, and therefore I decided, oh, I go for 5 times, and the price takes this in consideration as well. So you have popcorn price, it's around 100. That looks very little, but remember, you multiply your corn by 5 times when producing popcorn. And we have the corn price or maize price. It's around a little bit more than 200. So you earn a lot of money from producing popcorn. So soybeans drink is, or soy drink, how do you call it? Soy milk? I think maybe soy milk, but German law, it's forbidden, and it's the same like the oat drink. And then you have strawberry ice cream, and I decided to take only 3 parts milk and 1 part strawberry to produce 4 ice creams. And I could have made the recipe much more complicated. Even with the popcorn, I could have added sugar and oil, but then it would be so difficult to make this production. And I wanted to have a production for corn that is simple, because there is no simple production in the base game for corn. There is only the muesli, the cereals, here, where you have to add a lot of stuff. And therefore, for me, it was important to offer simple recipes for products that don't have simple recipes yet. And the same with the strawberries. You can have them only in the cake of the bakery, and that's a very complicated recipe as well. We have it here. Look how complicated this is. And therefore I made a simple strawberry ice cream. And maybe later I will do more complicated recipes as well, but for this mod it will be simple recipes, as simple as possible. So, and as you could see here, we have the basic base game productions too, because I don't know how it is in America or in England, but I know from Germany and even from France where I live, a lot of farms have their own production. They have a building where they produce a variety of things, and so they wouldn't go to the grain mill to produce grain and then use it to bake their own bread, but they would have their own small grain mill that sits on a table, and you put your grain inside and produces the grain, and then you bake your bread and your buns and stuff like that. And also for oil production, you only need a small machine that is much smaller than an American fridge and more like the size of a normal computer, and you can produce oil with this. And that's how the production buildings in German farms function. And that's what I'm trying to make available with these farm production buildings. So therefore you can do a lot of stuff, and yeah, but all those productions are slower than in the factories. What is normal when you have a factory for producing butter, it works faster than if you have just one room in your production building. So, okay, I think that's it for the production change, the recipes and the balancing. Next thing, this small building. This is, in this version, it's just an example for second category of production buildings, because some of my viewers said, oh, I would rather have only a small building, and that is only capable of producing a smaller variety of stuff. So a small production only for potato stuff, a small building only for wheat related stuff, and a small building for producing milk related stuff, something like that. And therefore I decided, okay, if you want it, I make it. I have these small buildings. This is the plastered version, and it exists also in this stone version from Obelron. And yeah, they will have signs on top there where the lamp is now. I will make a sign and it will show potatoes, and that is then the small potato production that can produce French fries and sorted potatoes. And here we have the box for the pig food here. The pig food you get like this in a wooden box, and it's heavier than the others. The weight of all the others is just easy, just light enough for you to be carried. So it's just below 200 kilos, and we can carry 200 kilos. So in reality you wouldn't be able to carry it like that. And it's 700 liters. So this is more or less the maximum you could possibly fill in such a pallet that is still possible to carry. And so you get quite a lot. So 700 liters is quite a lot. So it's not like they are only 100 liters each, but you are still able to carry it, because especially the console players asked me to please let them be able to carry. They don't have auto loaders, and they don't have super strength mods, because those are all script mods. And yeah, when they are not very nimble with their controllers, it's very hard to put them on the with the front loader or so on the trailers and sell them, and so they wanted to be able to carry them. So, and this one here again, this is the potato example, and as I said, it will have a sign with potatoes, and the other will have a sign with wheat related icons, and the other with milk related icons, and so you can decide whether you would only want to produce one kind of category stuff, or you want to have several of those small buildings scattered around your farm, or you want to have one production building. Okay, that's it about the productions. And here we have a small market store where you can sell everything what you produce, and on top you can sell wheat and so on. And I managed to make this selling points be able to sell category wise. So I didn't wrote in the XML files you can sell popcorn there, but I wrote you can take all kinds of products, and that has a lot of advantages because it's compatible to all kind of other production mods from other modders or for my future production mods. So if you have a production that a tree production, for example, where you can produce apples, or beer production where you can produce beer, or whatsoever production where you produce whatsoever, you can sell everything here. And I will make an additional packet with different kinds of selling stations, and they will also be compatible to all kinds of products and all kinds of bulk. So if you are playing on a map that have additional fruit types like ray or rice or whatsoever, you can sell everything there. And that's an idea that I like a lot. A viewer of mine told me, couldn't you please do it like that? And I thought, oh, okay, this is possible. Yes, I will do it at once, because I like it so much that this selling station is open for other mods of other modders and other mods of me as well. And you don't need to place a separate selling station for every production mod that you get. Okay, that is this market store, and here is the selling station we already had. You sell here at the back. This is not so much decorated, but the front is decorated now, and with postcards, and here you have vegetables, and inside I made some shelves with stuff as well, but you can't go inside. It's only for decorative purposes. Later I will do mods with shops where you can go inside and have a lot of fun and so, but this was already a lot of work, and for the moment it should be enough, I think. And I have this in a plastered version as well, so this would look good in a German small town as well. And in this pack I won't bring a typical American store, but I will make an universal selling station, so only this here, and you can put it wherever you want and have your selling stuff and making profit. And in the selling station pack I will make American style shops as well. So yeah, I think that's it for the moment. It will still take me a while to finish this pack, but you can download this beta version from my homepage right now, and it's at gamergrannytana.com. I'll provide a link in the description below, and yeah, you can use it and test it and tell me what you like and what you don't like, if you have problems or if everything works fine. And I will go on working on this pack. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.